so good work today. You know, it was a little bit hard, but in the final we changed the setup and it's gone. So I'm really happy, you know. And of course, thank you very much to the crew, to the fans, my sponsors, tuner. So I'm really happy and yes, celebrate today.
It's not like I've dropped out of the top 8 because of my performance. It's due to an injury, quite a severe injury. I'd be surprised if they didn't give me one, but you know that's not my decision to make. So what will be, and like I said, I believe that your life's kind of mapped out for you. And if I'm not meant to be in the GPs next year, then I'm not meant to be in them.
Every Grand Prix is special, but you know, we are in my hometown. It will be very nice to get to the podium, but we need to stay concentrated and that's it. And have fun, because tomorrow we will have amazing night.
You know, this place it's tough. It's so hard to be much quicker than anyone else. So it's really going to be down to racecraft and little things like that. So getting off the start and having, you know, doing the best job we can out there.
For that iPhone, that is a happy iPhone. But no, it's been a good night, and I think a great advert. Certainly one or two riders missing out. I think Sayfutunov will be a touch disappointed not to have made the final. So will Yanovsky, but Sayfutunov's still right there. And he reflects on the 14 points, still a solid night's work. But for these three men, of course, they get the glory, they get the plaudits. They made it right the way through to the final. And that move down the back straight from Smarslik really sealed the deal. That stunning move up the inside to hit the front. And now the selfie time. Overjoyed. Yeah. Some of them are riding tomorrow. Some of them rode last night. Busy time of year, of course. All the leagues in full swing. Championship also. 3 Grand Prix in August, so plenty of Championship Speedway coming up.
Very much so. So, it's been quite a night here. The riders have worked hard, and these boys on the rostrum, they've had to do it the hard way, Kel.
They have, you know, they've had to dig deep at times, and it's been tough, really tough to get the bike set up perfectly, and they really have had to put it on the line. And there's no doubt that the riders tonight have entertained us royally, and these three in particular, of course. It's been a super night, and Wroclaw has burst back on the Grand Prix scene in some style. Terrific effort from them.
Enjoyed your company as always, Kel. Been terrific speedway here tonight. We move on to Melilla in a fortnight's time for round 6 of the FIM Speedway Grand Prix Series. We'll take a look back at the highlights of the night, but for now, from Kelvin Tatum and myself, thanks for joining us. We'll speak to you in Melilla in a fortnight. The FIM Speedway Grand Prix Series returned to Wrocław for the first time in 12 years. Humid and hot were the conditions ahead of the action, and 3 riders started the meeting tied at the top of the leaderboard in the World Championship race. This was round 5 and consequently the halfway stage of the 2019 Speedway Grand Prix Series. Several home riders in the field, including Maxim Drabik, the wild card. He started well. Leon Madsen, one of the leaders in the title race, in form right from the start, and Bartosz Smarslik at his spectacular best, riding beautifully. Ty Wuffinen returned to the series as well. Matti Zegard just got a bit of drive and collected Antonio Lindback, but thankfully the Swede was okay, and in the restart, remarkably, won the race in spectacular style. Max Frick and Mats Janowski in action there, two Wroclaw riders. Leon Madsen again, his relentless hunt for silverware continued with a fantastic performance, and the racing was just spectacular. You could not even blink because you never knew what you were going to miss. Smarslik in the thick of the action, Kawadze riding beautifully, and Emil Saifuganov, one of three riders tied at the top of the table, made it through to the semi-finals with another accomplished display. Dudek needed to win his last race to make it through to the semi-finals. He did just that, and Ty Wuffinen, working hard on his return after 2 months out, finished on 6 points and just missed out on the semi-finals. The spectacular action continued as the riders went wheel to wheel. Kawadze made it through to the semi-finals, and then when it got round to the moment of reckoning, Saifuganov missed out on a place in the final after a semi-final defeat. But the riders lined up for the final, and who was going to emerge as the winner in Wroclaw on a memorable night of Speedway? The home favourite Janowski missed out on a place in the final. Bartosz Smarslik, after a spectacular 4 laps, is the winner of round 5, and he is one of 3 riders leading the championship.